Mindfulness. Mindfulness is truly a pathway to wisdom, and it is truly a pathway to a better life. I'm Rob Willett, and I'm going to talk about mindfulness, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's amazing and why I think everyone should do it.
Your Inner Being channel.
Ever since I was a little boy, I've always been curious about the world around me. I've been an artist when I was young. In preschool, I was an artist drawing all the time. I was known by everyone for the artistry that I was doing. And because I was a silent, shy child, I was the one who was in the back just analyzing or daydreaming about things. And I was able to see the world around me in a more focused way, maybe hyper-focused at certain times. And this is what helped me. I was understanding people's relationships with one another. I was able to understand people's reactions to things. I was able to take a better look at people's emotional states, body language. I was able to do that for just the natures of things, the items in my life, the rocks and the feelings that I had. I was able to really get into the nature of life. And this has brought me to an adult when I actually had responsibilities. It helped me focus on my priorities. It helped me be patient with the process of life. And it brought clarity to just life in general. So it also helped me with my perception of the world that I live in, as I mentioned. It brought clarity to all the choices that I was making and understanding the situations that I was in, my interactions with other people, and the consequences to all my actions as well. It brought clarity to just the natural essence of life. So mindfulness is basically just awareness. Becoming aware of things, becoming aware of whatever it is. Anything in existence is a potential for you to become aware of. That is it. That's what it is. But taking the time to do that is what separates you from everyone else who just goes through life without becoming conscious of their actions or the things that are in their life. You see? And there's a reason why. There's a deeper aspect here that you'll learn about the positives and negatives in life. That goes from your environment, near and far and up and down, color like black and white. If everything was one color, you wouldn't be able to see everything. Understanding the nature of life and how it works is fascinating, at the very least. To be fascinated, curious. So that's one aspect of the mindfulness, and drawing your attention to the contrast to everything. One aspect, one strong aspect about mindfulness is understanding the nature between positive and negative. And that is the most powerful thing, in my opinion. Understanding your environment, as in near and far and up and down. Understanding black and white in color. If everything was just black or white, you wouldn't be able to see anything. There wouldn't be anything there. Understanding the difference between happiness and sad, fear and joy. You see, it's all part of that contrast. Everything is in contrast. So understanding that dynamic brings you to the now. Right now is where the key lies. Everything that's in the past is there to help you navigate so that you can prepare yourself for the future. That is the survival mechanism of the human body. It's nature. Everything in nature is trying to survive. So we use the past, in our past experiences, to let us know what is safe, what is not safe, What is beautiful? What is poisonous or dangerous? And we avoid those dangers in the future by bringing it there. But sometimes we get stuck. A lot of people are now stuck in the past. They're dwelling on past events and they're not able to let go of them. You see, they're stuck about something that may have happened to them, or maybe they're stuck on something, they've done something in themselves. They're full of regret. And these are the negative aspects that will keep somebody in a negative state, just thinking about the past. And some people are stuck there, not able to let go or forgive. The same thing could be said about the future. You see, the problem is that people are stuck thinking about the future and the mysteries and what we don't know. We're always afraid of what might be happening to us in the future. We're always preparing for the worst. Our survivalness. Are we going to lose the things that we own? Are we going to lose the relationships that we have? Are we going to lose our social status? Whatever it is, that's what we're afraid of. An abundance of fear is just clouding everybody, and they just can't accept anything in the future. But here's the thing. It comes down to the now that I was talking about. Right here, right now, this is where it all is. You are not bound by your emotional attachments to the past or the future. Yes, you become aware of the past. You can draw from the past. You can go into the past in your mind and become aware of that, and then take whatever it is that's useful for you, and now it becomes clear. So you are now able to make your choices. You're able to interact, and whatever it is that you do comes effortlessly, with clarity and with good judgment, with a lot of wisdom towards that, and then that changes the outcome dramatically. So that's the thing about living in the now. Living in the now helps make everything clear. You're not attached to your emotional connections to the past, and you're not attached to your emotional connections to the future. You're just now, and everything's clear. So everything that you do is going to be effortless, and it's going to be towards something that's more positive, because it's what you're really striving for. And it changes everything. This is the neat thing, is that when you're in this state of mindfulness, when you're in that state, you are no longer bound by your fears. You're no longer greedy, because all that greed goes away the moment you're no longer afraid of the future. Not being afraid of the future allows you to be free, and allows you to enjoy what's to come, as opposed to be stuck in the energy of the negative that's going to keep you from moving forward in a positive way, So you have to be able to let all that go. So we learn to accept everything. We accept the past, and we accept the consequences of our actions for our future, whatever that might be. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to get into a negative challenge. Challenges are going to come at you, but how you deal with them, that's the difference. You're going to be able to learn to use the energies to create the world that you want to live in. You're going to be able to manifest your intentions this way, using this energy, following the clues, seeing where the negative is and steering away from that, and being able to find where the positive and go towards that. You're going to create a positiveness around you, which is going to be attractive to other people, and you'll see that effect just keep rippling off into a greater goodness for all things. It's not just going to affect you, it's going to affect everyone. And the choices that you make are going to be focused on a different type of priority. And that priority is going to be for the greater good of not just you, but everyone else. That's just the nature of it all. And so you truly get this sense of, okay, I'm all right. I'll be fine. Fear goes away. And you can accept it all. So even if it's something like death, you're not afraid of it. So when you're in this deep, deep mindfulness, you get a different connection as well. A connection towards how the universe works and how everything is. And what I mean by that is that you get the sense that you are an essence and that this body of yours is a vehicle, that you're just traveling in through this vehicle. And this is your experience. And all things are also part of that essence. Everybody is part of an essence, and that essence is in that person, using that person's body as a vehicle. And you're all in this together. It's really using the force. To use the force for the greater good is how it works. It works because you've eliminated greed. All these energies that you're using is now going towards something that is more focused of the importance of humanity. It's for the greater good and comes with a sense of wisdom. The knowledge is different than an academic knowledge. Academic knowledge is perfectly fine, and it's created a lot of the great things that we have. Technology is one of the great aspects of our race. But could you imagine what it would be like if we all chose to use our priorities in a different way? And we would be far more advanced in our technology, guaranteed. We would be happier people if everyone decided to do some mindfulness on a regular basis, because it takes you away from that negative or evil aspects of life, and it brings you towards a more peaceful understanding and clear way of thinking and living. And so our priorities would change. Our technology would still be great, and our entertainment we would still be able to entertain ourselves. It's not like we have to live a boring life. It's just that our priorities change. The greater goodness for everybody means everybody's going to have food and water and abundance of energy and education and health. It's just that's what would happen. And so we would be able to reach places like Mars. We would probably already be there. And the other aspects of technology would just be a benefit to humanity 1,000-fold. And so I wish for you to sit on that and try it out. Try to do it on a regular basis and see how that works for you. Try to manifest some of your intentions to see how that works for you. Just make small positive things and be aware of them. See what happens when you compliment somebody. Just pay attention to the compliment and the reaction from other people. See what happens when something negative happens, and just pay attention to that. Pay attention to what your body's saying to you. You'll live a healthier life if you did, I guarantee. So I leave that with you, and I hope you had a good explanation of this today, and I really hope you understood some of it. And if not, it's the only way to really understand it is to do it yourself. I can't really properly tell you what it's like. I can't properly explain it to you. The only way for you to do this is on your own. So I wish you well on that. And until next time, take care, and I wish you well.
Thank you for watching.